So you think you're worried about starting a new effort, a new creation, a new business, a new relationship. Well, all of your worries and all of your concerns are founded in one word: risk. You got to risk if you want to have a reward. And the greater the risk, the greater will be the reward. And most people shortchange themselves because they try to minimize or completely eliminate any risk. So guess what? If you risk nothing, you get nothing in return. And all success flows from risk. And all risk causes one to worry, never thinking once about everything there is to gain, but only worried and concerned about what they might lose. I wonder what my friends will think. I wonder what my parents will think. I wonder what all my friends will think if I'm trying to improve my life. Well, let me give you a flash. Just like the people who stayed on the East Coast after they got out of their boats on Cape Cod, nobody was thinking about them then and still aren't, and they're not thinking about you either. So who cares what people think? Are you doing what you're trying to do just to please yourself or to please others? That's why it's not working. If you spend your time thinking about how to please and be obedient to God and His laws, He would reward that obedience greatly. Back to Cape Cod. Oh, this whole country. Oh, it's full of savages and wild animals, and we could die any day. Oh, there's a lot of ifs, ands, maybes, mights, and buts. The fact is, if you don't begin, nothing's going to happen. Because your success, your future, your family's greatness is your responsibility to seed and then obey and do what needs to be done to achieve, and then trust God to provide the blessings which He has promised He would do, above and beyond all you could ask or think. But Dave, it's so easy to say and so hard to do. Well, dear ones, if being a multimillionaire and being free and not having to get out of bed and go be yelled at by a boss is your idea and what you think about the most, then I gotta tell you, you're not gonna make it. Let me say it again. Here's what God said. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the belief in things yet unseen. All great and glorious things are going to happen to you. You can't see at the beginning. You know why? Because you're not ready for it. You have not grown into it. And if God can't trust you to believe in Him and His Word and His promises, how do you expect He's ever going to trust you to become a leader and become creative and sow greatness into others' hearts and minds? He won't, and that's why you ain't where you want to be. Watch it, yet. Now the question is, do you want to persevere? I know of no person that got up one morning, took their teeth out or left them in and brushed them, and by afternoon was mega successful in what they did. I never saw a person ever in my many years of life grease down a log, take off their clothes, crawl up on top of it, slide off the other side, and be mega successful. No, there's a lot of work involved. There's a lot of endurance involved. There's a lot of perseverance, consistency, and persistency that has to go into the mix before you even turn on the oven. And if you're not ready to handle success, whether you believe it or not, God will never give you what you're not ready to handle. So there's only one counsel tool that works all the time, 100% effective. Oh, what is it? What is it? A mirror. If you want to know the real problem in your life, go to the mirror. Unashamedly, it will give you the answer. Now, it's not an insult. We all got a row to hoe. We've all got a battle to fight. And it all stems in your willingness to, number one, change. And number two, persist in doing the right thing. And number three, belief in those things you can't personally see. Success occurs between your ears, in the confines of your own brain. Doesn't require marching band, doesn't require tap dancing or toe dancers. All it requires is perseverance, obedience, positive mental attitude, and, watch it now, I always like to tell you when something good's coming, and a complete unwillingness to back off, slack off, or go get a rest. You rest after the job is done. So those handful of souls, less than 100, started out across this country to settle it. And right in this very area, stomped in here. Some died along the way. There was a movie made about it that was filmed right here, just about half a mile upstream. It was called Northwest Passage, starring Spencer Tracy. If you've not seen the movie, I urge you to find it on the internet and buy it. If you want to know what it was really like for those poor souls who would not be denied. When an obstacle presents itself to a loser, he'll moan and groan and whine, lay down and probably wet all over himself and blame 13 other people as quick as he can for his own failures. But you know what happens to a winner when he hits an obstacle? He goes around it or through it or under it or over it. And if he can't get all those done, as a last result, he'll stay right where he is and change things so he gets what he's after, because he will not be denied. And when your attitude is such and your energy level is such, I don't care who you are or what you do, God will reward that and you will be blessed greatly. Back to Cape Cod. Some didn't go anywhere. Some stayed right there and died. For those that came west through this rugged, rough country, look at the mountains in the back of me. That's solid granite. Most wouldn't climb up there. Too hard, too long, too far, too risky. And you know what they found when they got on top of that mountain? Another mountain bigger than the one they'd just come up. Do you ever feel like there is no end to challenge? Good, because there isn't. And every challenge you face was designed by your Creator to strengthen you, to educate you, to empower you. He did not give you a spirit of fear, but of strength and love, coupled with a sound mind. Don't ever fear obstacles or the unknown. Get God in your life, and all good things shall be added unto you. I love you all, and I hope you have a dream big enough and clear enough and important enough to keep you moving forward day after day, week after week, month after month, and you guessed it, year after year. When you do the right things, you will get the right blessings. The opposite of that is also true. So, go to work. Don't ever worry about how hard it is, because the strength of the challenge you overcome will be your strength to persevere and be blessed in the days ahead. Peace and love to all of you. Papa Bear.